And it's so cute because I have stars at the top of the pages. This is my first project and I did it by myself.
Gonna love ya like no one could. Make your heart feel the way it should. I'm gonna hold ya when no one would. 'Cause I swear you deserve so good.
This title, What Happens When Faith Meets Destiny. So faith is like that inner child that always wanted something profound and knew that something big was happening but didn't know how to put it. And destiny is what's destined. The Akashic Records, you already know it's supposed to be for you. It's already written in stone, but you have to what you have to do in order to get where you're supposed to be. So like elusive, malleable, Piscean energy, and so glitter, stars, galactic energy. I love moonlights. I thrive at night, late nights, early hours. Just gives that. You could have not told me that we wouldn't have been together forever, without a shadow of a doubt. I just knew it. I just knew. Y'all saw me a while ago talk about this. 2021, I talked about a book and that I wanted to write a book, and I did it, guys. I did. This is literally my favorite love story. I could talk about it over and over again. It never gets old. I never get tired of it. I could wait for that experience again. I wouldn't mind waiting because it was so profound. It left a stain on my memory. Like something better than the movies because you actually experienced it. It's real, that it means something and it's cherishable and that you want to hold on to those pieces forever. And I love it. I'm really proud of myself. It took me so long to get it out. So just imagining making a book, you write it all out, but then you have to relive these memories and refill those feelings, which takes a lot out of you. And then you have to stop, go back to it, and you still have your life to live. Guys, it took forever. So now you got all of the story out, and now you have to figure out how you want to end it. So I'm thinking, do I want to end it with the question, open-ended? Do I want a cliffhanger? Do I want to leave it hopeful? Don't get me started on the title because it's so much in the story. How am I going to sum it up? How we can tie together this phenomenal story? How can I make it captivating for audiences? Cohesive, concise. How can I get my experience across just in one sentence or some type of phrase? So that was a challenge within itself. So now we have the title, we have the ending, we have the beginning, middle, we have the body. Now let's edit it because I know I'm not perfect with grammar. Now that's the whole thing. I graduated college in 2018, babes. It's 2023. Now that I have it edited, now people are just pulling more out of me. Like I need more detail. So now I'm going back in the archives in my brain that I didn't even know existed. I'm going back deeper to pour out more into this story. Now you know it comes with more emotions. It's a lot. We have everything out on paper. We have the title, we have the body, we have the ending. Now we want to make it a book so people can read it. So let's format it. I don't know how to format a book in book form. I need to make it like somebody gonna pay you. I think the toughest part with writing is being vulnerable and letting it be open to the public. They know those vulnerable states of you. Something was different about me when I deep in contemplation, like invitation towards self-improvement and knowledge. So I just had this inkling towards wanting to know more in all subject areas. A big part of myself was lost, getting distracted by everybody and everything, wanting to be part of something, clique, or you wanting to be like, oh, your soul is pulling at you saying, no, you don't want this. That's not who you are. You want to grow, you want to evolve, and it's something more for you. I believe more than anything with this reflection of myself, an experience happened, I never looked back. I started to gravitate more towards unconditional love, oneness. And if I didn't have that experience, I wouldn't be able to stand in that knowingness. A spark in me, and then it was lit up. And then that Kundalini started to rise and wake. Like, it's because his mom, siblings, grounding, backgrounds, feeling of self all fell into place. His mom loved hiking. She stood for women's rights. Beautiful. She loved nature. Very eloquent. I'm a person, I love vocabulary. I love words. Like in the morning, I listen to spelling bees because every time I hear a new word, I'm just like, what does that mean? His mom would just use big words, and I'm just like, who are you? His little sister would read books. I mean, she would just be so enthralled by meaning, their ending, and just really diving deep into. And she was just so innocent and pure, and just loved being clung up on you. And I love that so much. And then his brother, super supportive gentleman. His dad was just like a secure man. I can say that hands down. He was just secure, calm, level-headed, didn't yell, didn't get angry. And I'm just like, my dad's like that. And then his dad was into his work. He was a teacher, policeman. He was in the military. He crafts things with his hands. My dad is multi-talented. So I'm just like, who is this being? Mind you, while this was going on, I was just living it. So all of this didn't download until after I met him. And I haven't shared my story as much as some people share their stories, because once I realized it and I started researching how like bigger it was becoming over time, and I kind of contained my experience, because what do you do with it? And I was wondering, like, when? Why did this happen to me? Like, why did I have my person? Why was he taken away from me? It doesn't make sense. Make it add up. That's what I wanted to know. That's what I couldn't find out for myself. Over time, I just had to learn our timing is our timing. And you can't put a time on the inevitable. Does that make sense? Like, if I know I'm going to be like this profound, like motivational woman, I can't put a time on it. I can just work towards it, because you know what's going to happen, but who knows when. My favorite quote from the first chapter is, "Our lips began to create a story." That's when our story began. So my final product, mystical, deep, euphoric. Our story, let it out. Everybody has a story to tell, and this is just one out of many stories, right? It's a memoir. Everything is stamped and dated, and whoever experienced this, people call it twin flame, people call it divine counterpart, impacts you for the best. And people have different perspectives, because some people are like, it's like this anxious roller coaster, it seems like. My experience, I can say, has been subtle, knowing, steady. It was barely something I could describe it the best way that I could from my voice. I can assure you that it is true. You find love when you're least looking for it. Guys, this book is good. It's great. So any of my lovebirds, any people who believes in love, unconditional love, having faith, knowing that your one person is out there, I advise you get this book, okay? It's detailed, it's intricate, you feel the characters, you know the characters as if they were yourself, as if it is that potential partner that you want. We get into it, okay? Guys, make sure you grab What Happens When Faith Meets Destiny, written by Tamir Roberts. It's a memoir.